Solutions to the Skills and Maps worksheet. In the first sum, we are given a plan of a bedroom using a scale of 1 cm to represent 20 cm. So we have 1 cm on the plan representing 20 cm in the room. We need to find the width of the bed on the plan. To do that, we take the actual width divided by 20 cm to find the width of the bed on the plan, giving us 4.6 cm. In the second part, we have the area of the room given as 140 cm square. We must find the actual area of his room, and we have to give the answer in square meters. Since our scale is in cm, we need to first convert it to meters by dividing by 100. Next, we need the area scale to find the area of the room. Hence, we square the linear scale to get the area scale. Next, we take 140 cm square will represent 140 times 0.04 meter square, giving us 5.6 meter square. In the second sum, we are given a ratio 1:50,000. From this ratio, we must obtain the scale in terms of cm to km. This scale simply means 1 cm represents 50,000 cm, and dividing by 100,000, we convert it to km. We must find the length, which represents 4.8 kilometers on the road. To do that, we take 4.8 divided by 0.5 cm to give us the length on the map, which is 9.6 cm. In the second part, we need to find the area, which is represented by 24 cm square on the map. Since our scale is a linear scale, we need to square it to get the area scale, which is 1 cm square representing 0.25 km square. Thus, 24 cm square would represent 0.25 times 24, which is equals to 66 kilometers square. The area of the lake is 6 kilometers square. In the third sum, we are given that a length on the map represents an actual distance of 1 km. On the map, 4 cm represents 1 km. We need to first find what is 1 cm, which is 1 over 4 equals to 0.25 km. Therefore, 18 cm is just taking 0.25 times 18 equals 4.5 km, which is the actual distance on ground. Next, we need to write the scale in the form of 1:n. Since we are given that 4 cm represents 1 km, we must first get it into 1 cm representing 1 divided by 4, which is 0.25 km. Then we convert everything to cm by taking 0.25 multiplied by 100,000. Therefore, dropping the cm, we will get the required answer. In the third part, we have to find the area on the map in square centimeters, representing an area of 3 kilometers squared. We start off with the linear scale and we square the linear scale to get the area scale. So to find 3 km square, we just take 3 divided by 0.0625 cm squared. Thus, the area on the map is 48 cm square. In the fourth sum, we have a length of 5 cm, which represents 1 kilometers. Once again, we need to convert it to 1 cm by taking 1 divided by 5 to give us 0.2 km. 1 cm representing 0.2 km, therefore 28.4 cm will represent 0.2 times 28.4 km. Thus, the actual distance is 5.68 km. In the second part, we have to find the area on the map in square centimeters, representing an actual area of 6 kilometers squared. Since our linear scale is 1 cm representing 0.2 km, we square it to get our area scale, which is 1 cm square representing 0.04 km squared. And once again, to find 6 km square, we just take 6 divided by 0.04 cm square to give us the area on the map, which is 150 cm squared. In the third part, we need to write the scale of the map in the form of 1:n. We start off from the linear scale, which is 1 cm representing 0.2 km, and we convert everything to cm. So 0.2 km multiplied by 100,000 will give us 20,000 cm. Once both sides is in cm, we drop it and we have our ratio, which is the scale 1:20,000. In question 5, we have two villages 3 km apart. We are given that the scale on the map is 1:5,000, which means 1 cm representing 5,000 cm. Since we want to find the distance, we need to convert it first to the km scale, which is 1 cm representing 5,000 divided by 100,000, giving us 0.05 km. Therefore, the length representing 3 km will be just 3 divided by 0.05 cm, giving us the distance on the map is 60 cm. On the same map, a playing field occupies an area of 24 cm square. We must find what is the actual area on the ground. We begin with the linear scale, and since we want the answer in meters, we need to convert the scale to meters. By multiplying by 1000, we convert this to 50 meters before we square it to get the area scale. 1 cm square representing 50 square will be 2500 meters square. Therefore, 24 cm square will represent 2500 times 24, giving us 60,000 meters square, which is the actual area required.